You are watching a master at work.
What's up, world?
What's good? What's going on? How's everybody doing out there?
Chillin'. Welcome to the Struggle Pod. I want to thank you again for listening. We got another great episode in store for you.
We got myself, Manny. I'm here, and we got our
Right
special
now,
guest.
Oh, wait. Before we introduce him, I need to introduce myself. Right now, you're listening to Khaliel Abubu, joined by my homie, my pal, my guy, my man, 150 grand, Manny Ramos. And we got a special guest in the building with us this evening. Give it up for Tommy.
Tommy.
What's poppin', everybody?
What's going on, Tommy?
Tommy, how do you say your last name, Tommy?
Mariani.
Mariani. That's very Italian. Italian.
You have to wave the hand like so.
Yeah.
When you say it.
So Tommy, tell us
So
where
you
you're
know
from.
it's real. I'm from New York.
And what part?
Cities.
Just outside New York City, Westchester County.
Okay.
Right now I am working for Soul Assassins Radio.
Okay.
Shade 45, tune in Monday night.
Shade 45, homie.
Shade 45. Soul Assassins. I do the technical setup, do the media.
That's
You'll
awesome.
hear me every now and then being shouted out, probably being made fun of on the radio, but
No.
it's all good. No?
What
We
they
make
call
fun of you in real life, too.
Yeah, you know, I'm used to it. It's all good.
You like our Cheddar Bob now.
Yeah, you know, I'm the cheddar bob of Soul Assassin. It's all good. It's all right.
Okay, so today we are speaking on hip-hop. But before we get to that, I got a story I got to tell y'all. So last night I was at the DGA. For those of y'all who don't know, DGA is Directors Guild of America. And
what does the Directors Guild of America do? Like, what is the Directors Guild?
it's like a union for directors in Hollywood.
Like film, like movie directors?
Movie, TV,
Okay.
film.
It's like SAG just for actors.
Okay.
Yeah, SAG. It's the SAG.
And that would be the Screen Actors Guild, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. SAG is the Screen Actors. I forget we have people who are in the film. Yeah, but
We talking like everyone's.
yeah, no shit, right? But no. So I'm there, and and I'm only 24. I've met my fair share of like celebrities and named people, whatever. And I bump into, while I'm there, Dave fucking Chappelle, son.
Okay.
That was the first time like I lost my shit and got like starstruck. I broke like 7 guy code laws when I met this nigga, son. I see him, we standing in the little group or whatever, and he walks by, and so like my head just went on autopilot.
What is he directing? Is he trying to direct his life back to success? Or?
No, and it was a celebration. They were honoring a couple big name directors. So he was one of the guest speakers there. So no, I got a chance to go up and talk to him, and like I said, yo man, big fan, like shaking his hand, crazy. Like I couldn't get anything else out because I was like so excited. I was like, son, as a aspiring comedian, like I've admired your shit forever. I wish I had like half your talent, son. Like, but
That's
be right there.
Everything
Son.
on the sitcoms. The sitcoms are pretty bad.
What sitcom was he on?
Yeah, 2 or 3 failed sitcoms.
Oh,
like Brothers, like LaFox. Yeah. He'll talk about himself. He makes fun of himself.
Yeah.
Like it's like he said, like the one premise is like he's a black dude with a white friend. Like what the fuck is that about? Like that's every day.
It's
like,
an unlikely duo.
He's built now. Like he's like.
He used to be frail. He used to be really frail.
It's crazy that the most recent story like I've heard like was him when they heckled him in Connecticut.
Yeah.
And he sat down and read
Because he was making fun of New Haven,
Yeah.
and saying it was such a crappy place to be.
Yeah.
It was
And
crazy.
like, I'm sitting up there and I'm like shaking his hand like crazy shit. He's looking at me in my eye like, all right, so you can let go now.
Was he
I don't
cool
know you.
though? Was he nice
Like
to you?
he played it off. He was cool and everything, but it was clear that I was that crazy ass fan. And it was like, yo, back up, son.
It's like, all right, I
He gave me that look like, yo, back up.
Damn.
But I mean that's big though. I mean like I feel like we all have that maybe 5 people. I would say 5. You know, for me like Jay-Z. I don't know what the fuck I would do. So I'll probably show him my tattoo. I told like this last time for me. Our topic today is hip hop. And the reason we have Tommy is not to make fun of him. Honestly, I know you. If you're watching it, I know you see Tommy. Like you think this is like an act. This is Tommy. This is how Tommy is like every day. Like Tommy really does love hip hop. Yeah. It's not like a phony thing. He doesn't do it to beat down anybody. Like he knows what he's talking about. When we play Hip Hop Heads Up, he's like my favorite partner because he actually knows like songs and what the person did. So it's kind of cool. But speaking of hip hop, not to take any shine from Dave Chappelle because he's way bigger person. I was telling him Memphis Bleak. Really? When I was home, Memphis Bleak don't break character still to this day. He talks like he's still about to write an album.
Yo, Brooklyn, son.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. He even made a little joke about Brooklyn. He was like, "Yo, my man was like, yo, the Heat about to take out the Nets." He was like, "Man, I don't like the Brooklyn Celtics," like because they got all the people from Boston. So,
shout outs to Joe on camera from Brooklyn. You already know. So
but it was like, for me, that I was 1 degree away from Jay-Z right there. And like my other homie, who matter of fact is on next week, my boy Chris, shout out, he's on next week. We're shooting at the Roosevelt. It's gonna be a fun time. That's a whole other story. But he even took a picture with Bleak holding up the other side of the rock.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which is like big, like you know what I mean? Like if you're a fan, that's he like Claire was talking about. He's talking about the Washington Throne. He's still hype man for Jay-Z. Yeah. He still does his own music and stuff like. And to be honest with you, like his success, he still has success, and he's a very humble guy. Like it was fun to talk to him. It was very fun to talk to him.
I believe that.
You know what I mean? And back then he had a platinum album. You know what I mean? Then Bleak is hitting the streets and all that, and I get high.
Brown here.
And one of T.I.'s first.
T.I. was stepping.
Yup. I remember that.
150 Jordans, you know what I mean? $150 Jordans on your feet.
Damn.
Alright, so Tommy, you know why I brought you on. The biggest question I want to ask you, and we're all going to answer this, I guess, at some point. Why hip hop?
Why hip hop?
Why not country? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not rock and roll?
Why not? Why not mariachi music?
That's not even Italian. That's Mexican, homie.
How about Frank Sinatra?
I love Frank Sinatra.
Frankie's Valley, the Jersey Boys?
Forget about it.
Forget
about it. What hits me the most about hip hop is just the raw emotion that the artist delivers. Like, you could relate somehow to whatever a rapper could be saying. Like, any type of struggle, any type of.
Do you remember the song or the album or the artist that did it for you?
Oh man.
Or like at least like the age, maybe the age that you were like. I
remember being 12 years old. I was grounded, and I was locked up in my room.
Don't tell me it's Eminem.
No.
Eminem, your whole family was murdered.
Right? Yeah. Nah. But like, I had no electronics around me.
I get back in this bag. It's exact.
Yeah.
This bag. I was fucking stereotypical kid you be. So the white kid listening to Eminem.
It wasn't stereotypical. It wasn't. I was saying like he was grounded. Like so, I hope it wasn't Eminem.
No, yeah. I was mad at my mom, so I filled up my whole notebook dissing her, at least 10 pages. But nah, so like I had no electronics around me, and I was digging through my closet. I didn't want to play with any action figures. I was 12. I'm a grown man, so
That's how we all felt as well.
Yeah, But yeah, I found my Walkman in the closet, which I haven't like messed around with in ages. And I went to the radio station. I went to Hot 97.
Okay.
Like by accident, and the first song that came up, I didn't know what the song was at the time, but all you heard was like, "Who the fuck you think you is?" And I was like, "What is this? What is this?"
It was late night, right? Because Hot 97.
It was late night. Yeah.
Hot 97 used to play Curse, I think.
Right? Yeah. It was like right after 9 or 10 p.m.
Yeah. And
I was vibing out to it. And then maybe like an hour into it, this was when I think K Slay was playing, and he was huge back then. Yeah. Well, he still is, but he's low key right now. He had like this once in a lifetime freestyle going on. They had DMX, Nori, and Cormega.
Back when it was all hot.
I think it was 15 minutes straight of them freestyling.
That's dope.
And I was just listening to every single word they were saying, and I'm thinking like, holy shit, this is way too like hardcore. I don't know half the shit they're talking about, but at the same time it's like they're cursing. This is so badass, you know. So like the raw emotion that people deliver and the truth, funny. The real truth that they deliver in their lyrics as well.
That's
I
funny.
believe that.
The curses
on live radio too.
Yeah.
And then I want to say years later, Shade 45 came, made an establishment, and then they were just straight up like, uncut everything.
Yeah, satellite radio is all uncut.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why Howard Stern went over there.
Oh yeah.
Because it's all uncut. They can say whatever the hell they want to say.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I know what you're talking about with those freestyles, man. Like, I went up to New York when I was younger. One year, I think it was like had to be like 2005 because Beyonce's
Okay.
That joint was out at the time.
Why is Beyonce a marker in your life?
I'm just trying to remember like what was going on.
I felt like you wanted to get up and do the dance.
I just needed y'all to know what I was talking about.
Don't start popping it now. Come on.
But no. So like I'm older now because I had been to New York before.
Okay.
I'm older at this point, and I'm back in New York.
You're taking it in now.
Yeah, I'm taking it all in now, and I'm listening to Hot 97 because I had heard about it. And I'm like they're at the radio talking. I want to say it was Funk Flex. Like, he's at the radio, he's talking, whatever, blah, blah,
45 minutes of talking to the radio.
And bomb explosions.
And the bombs. Yeah, exactly.
You see me?
And so out of nowhere, he's like, oh, guess who just walked in the studio, son? Dipset.
Wow.
And this Dipset was popping. So Diplomatic Community just came out.
Listen, my iPod on that part, when that comes on, I'm in there, computers to the line. I'm in there
So Dipset Anthem was out, all that. Like, and they came in there and they just started spitting. Like, we don't get that in South Carolina. Like, first off, no artist just randomly shows up in the studio. That doesn't happen.
I don't think nobody randomly shows up in South Carolina.
Nah.
That's true.
We got plain show in South Carolina. How far are we from Atlanta?
That's true. So like nobody randomly shows up, and then if we do get somebody, I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but we get the same kind of people. Like we get Lil Boosie, we get P.D. Pablo.
I don't want to get shut down. You can't say anything bad about Boosie.
Oh, I'm from South Carolina. First
Welcome home.
The Lil Boosie love that he gets in South Carolina is insane. All right.
No, everywhere now. It's ridiculous everywhere now. Like,
everywhere.
He's from Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I said that to say, like in the South, we pretty much only get Southern artists. Like, we don't like New York gets everybody. We only get y'all get people who make it.
Yeah.
But we do get everybody. I mean, because you were talking about the Migos, like, I mean, they got one hit. Like,
and they made it out to New York and everything. But see, like, for us, like, that's all we get is the Migos and everything. So to be in New York and to hear them just freestyling, like, this wasn't them doing some old raps or nothing like that. It was just, like, straight.
Right
like,
then and there.
Right then and there. I was like, yo.
That's what mixtapes knew, though. Like, we're not talking about, like, 2005.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's back when mixtapes were mixtapes and not albums. So, yeah. So, man, that blew my mind.
That's pretty cool, man. Like, I don't got any Hot 97 stories. Like, I
fell in love with Hot 97.
I told Khaliel, like, my fall in love with hip hop. So I'm mixed with everything, but I'm close to the white side of my family. So I grew up like in like the Spin Doctors, like Def Leppard. And I remember the first tape that I saw was TLC, like first one I can really remember. And now, you know, for me, it's like y'all watch Crazy Sexy Cool, like y'all trying to remember that. I remember that time.
Right.
I remember TLC. I remember like, you know, like had like a little crush on them and stuff, like, oh, T-Boz, little cut, like, you know. So like, my sister moved in with us. My sister didn't live with us like our whole growing up. My older sister moved in with us 8th grade, and the first CD she put on when we were roommates was Ready to Die. And I told Khaliel, I told Khaliel, Biggie Smalls changed my life in a matter of a day. I would not go anywhere without that. I know that whole album, back and forth, every song. The songs you don't like, I know about her. I know the intros, you know what I mean? Like, for me, Biggie Smalls, hearing this dude who like, because we were piss poor, but hearing this dude who was piss poor, no one wanted to look at him. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't a looker. If he didn't spit what he spit, it'd be no chance.
You're done. Yeah.
So like, you know, when I heard Give Me the Loot, and I just heard him, and then I was like, yo, who's the other rapper on Give Me the Loot? They're like, nah, that's Biggie Smalls doing an inverted voice.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this dude's rapping against it. Like, you know, and I don't know, y'all, we all know how hard it is. I don't know, we don't rap, but to act the scene by ourselves and try to go like both sides of it. Like, I can imagine how hard it is to write a song and you're answering yourself.
Oh, yeah.
In a perfect way where it seems like it's a regular conversation, not that you're, like, he's arguing with something at one point in the song where the dude's trying to tell him, like, I'm not gonna give you that.
Listen. Chill. Yeah.
Not chill, shorty, let me do that. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, you know, and then DMX got really big on it, remember?
Yeah, oh, when he did Damien.
Yeah, like, and that's why I was like, yo, that time, like, to like, we all have those voices in us.
Yeah.
We all have that inner beast, that
alter egos. As well.
Exactly. We all have that. So like, for me, like, to hear Biggie Smalls bring it out on the record, and then like, to be this dude, and then watch the movie. Like, I'm a huge fan of the movie because the time it brings back for me. Like, I really hated the West Coast, guys. I was old enough to hate it.
You're talking about Notorious?
Yeah, I was old enough to hate it. Like, I hated, like, yo, you know what I mean? I was like, I had a next door neighbor, he was a Pac fan, I was a Biggie fan. We argued about it for a long time, man.
I remember that. That was around the time, like, I was starting to take everything in. Like, but for me, though, I think I was kind of, like, born in hip-hop, like, not in it, but, like, it was always around me. So it's just kind of, like, comes with the territory. Like, what do you expect kind of thing. But I think, like, the first tape I had, the cassette tape, was Space Jam, the soundtrack.
That was me too, yeah.
This your chance, do your jam at the Space Jam.
I hit 'em high. That was my shit. I was 6 years old. I had that in my mom's cassette player in her car. And I just blasted that when I was 6 years old.
I'm the only one that goes right to gangster rap, huh? I'm the only one.
Yeah, no, I had Space Jam first.
I went to, like, I was really about to go out and try to rob a store and listen to Biggie Smalls.
No, I
thought I might got away with it.
I had that. My mom was really big on R&B. So like,
my mom was super like old. Like, I grew up listening. Now that's one thing I can say. I hated that, like, Marvin Gaye and all that growing up. Now going back and listen to it, like,
appreciate it.
because my mom used to clean the house with the records. Like, my mom had the 12 inch. So I know what you're saying. Like,
so, but for me, like, my mom was in love with R. Kelly. And I'm talking about bald head R. Kelly, not low cut R. Kelly, not Afro R. Kelly. I'm talking about bald head, seems like you ready, half on the beat R. Kelly, son. Because of my mom, I heard every single R. Kelly album until he got accused for the little child thing, and then she dropped him like a bad habit.
I mean, I bought this step in the name of love. It's hip hop,
but I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's part of the culture too, though. You think about it.
But that's the mix, though. Because back in the day, you didn't have rap songs or R&B hooks. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying they can't express that way. But that's like, that's why I want to talk about this. Because today, people like Khaliel had this conversation. I want to bring you in on this time.
Okay.
Like, people feel like rap should be a certain way. I still feel like it should be expressive, but it doesn't have to be like, you can like, you know, you can like Crime Mob, Luck If You Buck, and at the same time, like, Nas, it was written.
There's different types of genres of gangster rap. You can look at Waka Flocka, Turn Up, Dirty South shit, or you can look at Necro, Horrorcore, cut you into pieces type shit.
That's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. I told you that my boy's his brother, and I'm really gonna tell him to listen to this because he's like, yo, he always talks about Necro. Like, I've never heard of Necro, and I listened to the music through him, and he's saying how, like, his brother is so successful. Like, El Bill is another brother. El Bill and Necro, like, they're both two different types of rap.
Oh yeah.
But they live off of rap. That's all they do is rap. Like, they do what they love. They're not huge.
They're very low key, very underground, but they have a name for themselves.
And they have, you know, a beautiful house. They have everything they want. You know, they have good, like. So it's crazy to me, like, you know, that you say that. Like, I'm talking about, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't realize that in this life that we live, you can cut that piece of your pie out. And that could be your thing. That's what I'm talking about. Getting back to what I'm saying about hip hop and the genres of it, like, that could be your piece of the pie. I know I get into my different moods.
And for me, I definitely was one of those people that was like, son, if you ain't Nas, you ain't no real rapper. You ain't no real rapper. No, you ain't no real rapper. Until what changed it for me is when I got older and I started going to these nightclubs. And You know what I'm saying? Then you learn what you're supposed to do to Waka Flocka. And you're like, you know what, that Waka Flocka guy, he is all right.
You know what that brings that funny conversation up in the song Slow Jams. You know, Kanye and Jamie Foxx, like, you know, that's too fast in the club. You know, like,
why don't you go fast, baby? Go fast. Go damn, girl.
Yeah. But you know, it's funny to me because it's like, you know, listening to Kanye back then, like, talk about maturation of an artist.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I think, like, for me, I'm a huge fan. I just think he's one of those people, like, he can, like, I was saying this yesterday, Kanye can go to the studio by himself and record the whole thing. Like, there's not too many people that can say that. Yeah. He can master, engineer it, do the beat, like, so he can be crazy. He like that's why I think, like, you know, painters go crazy because you don't need nobody. You don't need nobody to hand you the brushes.
They're just so in their heads that they can do whatever they want. Yeah.
So like, you know, for me, it's just like to see that, like, to see Kanye West come from this dude who is, you know, wire jaw, like through the wire to like, you know. People like, oh, he only marrying Kim Kardashian because of fame. Like, bro, he can marry this couch and still be famous. Like, you know what I mean? It's still Kanye West. It's not like, it's vice versa. She don't need him to stay famous. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, you know, I'm one that trashes the Kardashians a lot, and not in a bad way. Just like, I don't want my daughters look, but at the same time, the business acumen of those women, like, hats off.
Apparently, they're really giving too. I don't know. I just heard what I heard.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, yo, like, you know, they have the clothes, they have this, they have that. Oh, I just started off a sex tape. Look, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that start with something. That don't mean you can keep the success
from sex.
Yeah, exactly. But out of that, but like, it's so hard to keep the torch going.
Yeah.
That's like saying me. I was in. Let's say I get like the next big Scorsese movie. You started because you got that Scorsese movie.
Okay,
I started that. Like, how do I keep the flame going? Like, that could be the biggest, because a lot of people that get that one moment,
and that's it. You're done.
Joe was talking about the dude from Parenthood. Was that you and Joe talking about the dude?
What's his name?
I don't know his real name.
Robert Townsend.
No, but not him, but the dude on the show.
The one, the kid that they adopted.
Yeah, the young actor. Like, you know, he had a shot to blow up. He's like, yo, you that dude from Parenthood. Like, Joe still remembered him. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that still remember Parenthood and see this kid, and now he's selling his records or whatever on Hollywood Boulevard. It's not funny, because if y'all move to the city and you're an artist, you'll know what people go through.
Yeah, man.
Like, I tell people all the time, I'll be the fat Spider-Man in a heartbeat. I'll be like, yes.
Take a picture with you, $5.
Exactly. Just so I can stay in Hollywood and audition somewhere. But now, let's get back on topic with hip hop. But like, where is hip hop at today? Is it?
I was just listening to something that was in that sense. Okay, I was going another direction with it. You know, America's always wanted to be black. You know what I'm saying? So I'd say it started about since the 70s. Americans want to be black. They love black culture. Like, those black guys, they got something going on.
They love being black until they have to be black. So look.
Yeah.
And now we bring it back to is that racism convenient? If they can do everything fun, like they want.
I'm gonna go get some water real quick.
They want to be like Mike, but they don't want Mike's. You know, they don't want Mike's time record. He might like a couple of.
Anyway, I would definitely say so. I like where it's going, man, because you know, it started out as like a fad, like the kids are doing this, and now it's like, but disco died. Hip hop is still going strong.
But that's what I'm saying. It started off like people said it was only gonna last as long as
Yeah. So I like where it's going. It's being more accepted now. It doesn't know color anymore. It's starting not to know sexuality. Young Thug, and I like where it's going.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I like where it's going. There's certain things that I wish that I'm tired of hearing 65 people like, you know, featured on a song. Let me get 3 and I'm cool.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired like I don't want to do like a 7 minute
15
minutes like a DJ Khaled. Like, I don't want to have to do a DJ Khaled album like just to hear like some of my favorite artists come together. Like, because like I think some of my favorite songs are 2 people. I know fuck with me, you know I got it. That Rick Ross and Jay-Z back and forth for me is just like amazing. And every song they do together. I want to hear a whole album. Like, forget Watch It Throne. And even though I like that album, I would love to, because it's just so gangster. Like when Jay and Rick Ross get together. And they come at 2 different aspects of it. They come at the guy who's still looking up at him. Like, well, I think Watch It Throne, Kanye would stop looking up to Jay already. Like they were already at the same level. You know what I mean? Where like I used to love Kanye and Jay because Kanye looked up to Jay. And I'm not saying,
Big brother.
exactly. And like that's why I like Jay when he's rap with Big because he looked up to Big. You know what I mean? Like when you hear somebody rap with who they look up to, they bring it. You know, and that's a fun thing about rap because rap's so competitive. Beefing. We all know about beefing.
And
what was your favorite rap beef of all time?
My favorite rap beef is probably all of D-Block versus 50 Cent. Like, D-Block completely took a big shit
Back when
on
Big
50
Stage was
Cent.
hot.
Oh yeah.
That's back when Big Stage was fire.
Piggy Bang took shots at everyone, but then all you just hear is diss after diss from like Styles P, Sheek Louch, Jadakiss. 50 Cent was like firing mainly at Jadakiss because that whole Ja Rule song, the New York song with Fat Joe and Ja Rule, but that was probably the most entertaining. Definitely the most entertaining for me because everyone fucked with Jada.
How about you?
I want to go to Jay and Nas, but that wasn't like a real. It was just kind of, you had Takeover, Ether, Super Ugly, and then it was over. It was like, okay, that was fun.
Not as much as
it wasn't.
It
wasn't that great, but I enjoy Games, Rants.
Oh yeah, Game is non-stop.
Rants.
Game is non-stop against 50 Cent, even till today.
I mean, non-stop against everybody, pretty well. Everybody dislikes. I mean, he can take shots at Jay and took shots at. I mean, he'll take shots
Lil
at.
B.
Anybody can think.
I can't really think of like a beef period.
For me, it's gonna, because I'm about to be a homer. Beanie Siegel and Jadakiss. Siegel ate Jadakiss. Siegel ate Jadakiss, son. And on his own beat.
What was that?
J-A-D-A. Oh, come on, like, no.
He did.
I think I remember that.
Jadakiss did a verse.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yo,
Jadakiss did a verse was like
one verse. I will bring out mixtapes for you, Tommy, and show you Beanie Siegel, and then Jada, even in the midst of this day, is Siegel he just couldn't handle it. Siegel was not. Y'all talking about not 97? I got when the Rock used to go on there and just free. State property was free. Jay used to just free. Talking about
those.
He used to like. I remember Jay said a line in the free like, I've been hot since you was using lighters on the ceiling. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like I'm telling you, like that's why
that beef kind of fizzled out quickly too.
But now it was pretty long. It was long because they started. Then state property got involved, and they used to go in every Friday night. They used to go to Funk Flex, and they would do disses on D-Block. I'm telling you, they went in for like at least 2-3 months. I got mixtape after mixtape.
I wish they would have had All High Radio back then, because we needed that down south.
I'm telling you.
We needed that.
Because like, yo, that beef was so fun to listen to. And I remember like,
they went back.
And then Rock the Mic. Nelly even got on and dissed KRS-One.
That's a stupid.
That was a corny beef because KRS-One was even corny then. And Nelly was like, you know, hot, but he was good at, like, when he was good at.
Like, leave him alone.
Yeah, it's like me punching a senior citizen in the face. Like, it's not gonna be a fight.
I got too full from eating too many Big Macs.
That's one of
that's the whole favorite line.
But that's everyone. That's like everyone's favorite line from anything about Max. With Beans, he was just like. And I think
he always been sick though.
Yeah,
he always been sick. Like,
and that's what gets me, man. It's just like you know, and we'll talk about this another time. It's like wasted talent. You know
with what? With Beanie Siegel?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I love that Jay line on Pound Cake.
Trying to teach you to turn the street to the fan.
Every time, like, you know, like I remember real quick, just heard P.D. Crack do an article, a quick interview about like how Jay gave them all $100,000 each to do albums, and they were just blowing through it. They were just blowing through it. Like Jay never he didn't care. He's like, yo, you guys are good artists. I like you guys. You know, $100,000 is a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
Studio time will cost that much, and when you are established, I'm pretty sure you get studio time damn near free. I know a lot of my friends who are just like starting, they get studio time comps because people want them to use the studio.
To even make a good quality album out of $100,000, you don't even have to use it to its entirety.
And because you already got that was out there distribution. Like they were still being distributed through Rockefeller, Def Jam. Like it was still being distributed through that. So, oh man.
Speaking of hip hop, Russell Simmons was there last night. That's crazy. Yeah, I can't even believe that.
That's a hell of
such a day.
That's a hell of a way to end the show.
Yeah, so I got to hear Russell speak in person.
And Russell and Dave was bigger than Russell to you.
Hey.
Wow.
Well, as a comedian, as Dave, I got to go with Dave. But and Russell don't change no matter what he's doing. So we had the suit and tie event. My man got his fat forms on.
Still?
He had the podium cussing and shit. I'm like, Russell's kids here. What are you doing?
We love you guys. Follow us at all of our.
That's all the time we got for today.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you
for joining us, Tommy.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.